Hey everybody, welcome to the second episode of our virtual toy fair for this year. In this segment, we're going to talk about some new tooling projects that started late 2022 and some brand new stuff that we're going to start in 2023. We will begin with our Real Art Replicas line of resin models. You'll see over here we have two of the famous Penske Trans Am Camaros. GMP made all of these and many other iconic Trans Am Camaros in 18th scale, as we all know. So Real Art Replicas is going to do all of these spread out over time, of course, in 1 to 12 scale. Now these will be sealed resin models, but fully decorated and detailed interiors, including the roll cages, accurately replicated wheels and deco schemes. I mean, it's going to be an awesome project. Production for these might be even as low as 50 pieces, or some could command a little bit higher volume, but we can get really limited with these. The 3D files are almost done. We hope to have the pattern in sometime in Q2, which means that we could probably start production in Q3 and make a delivery of the first car in late 2023. These are going to make one heck of an impression on anybody that sees them. It's going to be a great conversation piece. And to give you a frame of reference for how big these are going to be, I have here one of GMP's 1/12 scale C5Rs that GMP did years and years ago. And this is going to be about the length and size of what one of these 1/18 scales will be like in 12th scale. So yeah, we're really excited about this. All right, we would be wrong if we didn't make the Trans Am Camaro's arch rival, the Trans Am Mustangs, in 12th scale at the same time. So think of all the iconic 69 to 70 Trans Am Mustangs that from Parnelli Jones to Dan Gurney, Alan Moffat, George Fulmer. I mean, the list just goes on. So to counter those Camaros, we're working on these at the exact same time right now. Again, 3D files are done, pattern in Q2, and hopefully production delivery of the first model in Q4. We haven't decided on which one we're going to do yet either as the first release. So stay tuned for more info on these. And like the Camaros, just to give you a frame of reference for what the size of one of these Mustangs will look like in 12th scale, we have this GMP 1/12 scale Mark IV GT40. So put that right next to that. It's going to be one impressive piece. Side note to that, GT40 molds are back in production. We found another factory to make them for us, and the first Mark IV that we're going to do will be this number 4 that GMP sampled up years ago, maybe 15, 16 years ago, but it never got into production. And then we have the Mark II and Mark IIBs that we're going to do as well. So stay tuned for more info on GT40s as well. All right, new ACME stuff for 2023 and rolling into 2024 most likely on some of it. The first one, something that we talked about early last year that we're finally getting around to completing, is the 69 and I think there's some 70s as well, but definitely the 69 Pro Stock and Super Stock Mustangs. There's just a litany of cars to do with these, from the Ford teams with Hubert Platt, Al Joniak, Bill Lawton. These were kind of the cars that followed the stretched AFX Mustangs from the Ford drag racing perspective. So the parts are going in for tooling right now, and I hope that we can get this first one is going to be the Ford team livery, the Hubert Platt car, the Georgia Shaker, delivered in Q3 is our goal on that. The next one is going to be a large project, a large family of molds, but something that we just couldn't ignore any longer. So we're working on the research and development of these right now. Let me just show you. Square body Chevrolet pickup trucks and Blazers. Let me see if I can get that to stay there. Work with me. Here we go. Let's do that. There we go. This is going to include the Blazer, the two-wheel drive trucks, and the four-wheel drive trucks. And aside from grills and interior pieces, wheels and tires and some specs like that, the square bodies range from basically 73 to 87. Now, we're not going to make every single part for all of these at once. We're probably going to start in the mid-80s era, but we are going to tool everything to make the Blazers, the two-wheel drives, and the four-wheel drives all at the same time. So just look for more information and updates on these. We are really, really excited to be able to add these this family of molds to our ACME sets of tooling. That's about it for brand new stuff. We'll be back in a minute.